Good morning. How are you? Okay, let's see what's going on for Saturday, April the 4th. Okay, there is a lot going on. Okay, so first off, let's see what we want to talk about. So, we're still kind of, like what we were looking at yesterday with really facing what our response system is when we have things come into our lives that causes us to feel like we're not good enough or nobody cares or nobody loves us. Recognizing what we do when we then handle that. What we are to be doing is making kind of breakthrough changes where something just happens and we see it from a different perspective. It can be a lot how I share stories with you, and they're ultimately just to resonate with you in certain ways so that you get that aha moment and you're like, oh my gosh, I do that too. What I know about our healing journey and the things that we're doing to make things right is that the things that correct things tend to be really, really simple. And it's always where in some part of our brain, we're able to see something from a different direction or a different perspective, and something about it hits us at just the perfect time where we say something like, enough of that. I'm not going to keep following that kind of storyline. I'm not going to keep believing that everybody's going to hate me. I'm not going to keep thinking that why would anybody love me? So we're at a time like this right now where we're making connections with these ways that we're using our words to really keep amplifying that we are a victim and that we're never going to have what we want. And we're seeing a lot of things. We're seeing how we really got to be that way because of the old world patriarchy crushing our souls and making us really think we never do win. We've seen so much that people don't win and that injustice is a reality. So we do go, well, wait a minute, not everybody gets a good life. Not everybody's going to have these things. So there's that. But you're also really supposed to, with this energy, be looking at the feeling aspect of what it is like to say mean things about what you think your future is going to be, or to set these boundaries of, well, it's never going to work out for me. What I want you to realize, though, is inside your body, you know how I told you whenever you all of a sudden take a deep breath, it means that your body just told you yes. So what you were just daydreaming about, you just got your answer. But you can't force this to happen. It's just that you'll all of a sudden take a deep breath and you're supposed to look at what you just were looking at. But another thing that the body does is that whenever something is a no, it comes up as a really heavy, low feeling. Like it's not up in your chest. It's not even usually in your back, but it's like a low, heavy feeling in your belly. So one thing that you need to realize is that a lot of times when you are putting yourself down or seeing your flaws and seeing what's wrong with you, you do have that really, really heavy feeling in your belly. And what you're now to realize is that is your body saying, no, no, no. All those horrible thoughts you're saying about yourself, no, no. But we don't understand that. And then we feel all this heavy and we think it's even more like, yeah, see, we're doomed. We're destined for failure. And this time really wants you to make that connection with what your body is getting you to feel about this, but also just recognizing, no, you're writing a story here. You're writing a story with those words. You're writing a story and how you're seeing what's going on right now and how you're planting the seeds for what it's going to next be. We have to realize that things continue. They're always moving. Nothing ever dies. It just transforms and transmutes and rolls along just like water, that makes its way to the ocean. It just keeps going. Sometimes it has to sit there and wait for provocation, like more water, to move it along, which you could think of as emotions. So sometimes it's like that, but ultimately we're supposed to move along, and accept that, we can also hope that everything's really going to be good, and not to be spending all our moments, spending 90% of your energy thinking that it's not going to be good, thinking the fearful thoughts of, but what if, and it's kind of right now the time to let that go and to hook in with your body and to realize that when it does feel heavy, it's just that you're not where you need to be right now. You're not thinking about what you need to be thinking. And the only different situation when your body does go heavy is when you're getting an existential warning of something that is not for your good. So when all of a sudden you're just out doing something and you suddenly get a heavy feeling in your body, that's a no. But when you're already just sitting there beating yourself up and making yourself feel small, that heavy feeling is also a no, saying, no, you don't need to say that. No, you don't need to talk to yourself like that. So realize these are kind of some different changes happening with us. And I feel like the reasons this is happening with what I'm being shown is that we're in such an instant manifesting space, but it's hanging on our every breath, or it's hanging on our every word. So like the energy's sitting there going, wait, what are you saying? Wait, how do you think this is going to be? Wait, what do you want me to create for you? And we really need to see that. And we are seeing it, which is why a lot of people are having a lot of pain, but we can make so many switches and so many changes and so many upgrades. If we come from a position of honor and compassion with life, in realizing that we don't know what's going to come, but we already have had so many things that have brought us so many things to worry and fear about. But maybe we should think like we've had our fill now. We've already got all that we were going to have. We might as well think, no, we're done with that. We don't have that anymore. So now we can kind of dream of this amazing thing. So be aware that it's really about what you're feeling can transform into something higher, but there's a lot of things that may still be connected to this, that where you're manifesting something that you do still need to see about how this plays a part in showing that you're empty, or that you're not special, and that you're not good enough. And recognizing that in some way you still are contributing to that coming into your life, because you still believe it or expect it. And this time is really when we're just supposed to clear that slate and just to choose a different path in how we see things happening. Let's see, what else is there? We have some, there's a lot of movement that's actually coming up. I was shown it's starting now, but it's going to be building over the next few days. But do know too that a lot of the decisions, expect that there's going to be change. Expect that the paths you thought you were going to be taking are going to be upgrading and changing, and it's coming from something with the value system rising from these things that you're waking up to now that deal with healing aspects of energy that you've been putting out there that was negative and coming from your wounds, that now is evolving and rising higher so that you can start manifesting these other things. So a lot of people too can expect to be, even within a day, to see like manifesting something so wrong, but the way you handle it and the way you face it and the way you deal with it ends up where then you're manifesting something really beautiful the very next day. So be aware that, or not even the very next day, but at the end of the day. So things are showing you that yes, you're a master of this energy. You actually have a lot more control than you think. And to be led astray into these other ways is you're going to get lots of body warning signs right now if this is something that really isn't for your best. The universe has us on this kind of high alert, but also very sensitive space in getting us to navigate these feelings to get us to a better place. So with the decisions coming that are going to be coming a lot over the next few days, expect that even where you are today may be changed a bit, and it will become something even more fine-tuned with what you want in the next 3 or 4 days. So stay fluid. Stay fluid. Don't hold on too tight, but really do tune into what your body's telling you, because there will be decisions to be made, because this is all about deciding for better things and deciding for how you can actually see that things will work out in your favor, kind of like going for a job and coming from that perspective, or going to a job interview and coming from that perspective of knowing you're going to get it, knowing that this is your time, knowing that you got it in you. There's so many different ways that we can greet things, and just recognizing that most often you're going to find the way to think why you're not going to get that job. You're going to find the way to think everybody else has all the skills and all the other things. So what are you thinking that you're going to get that job? And that's the very vibration of thought that we have to upgrade. And we have to upgrade it to, of course, we're going to get that job. I'm awesome. Of course, I'm going to get everything that I want. So we're going to be moving through this and getting to this healing space. So allow these sensitive feelings to be okay in your life, but also to be open to you somehow being able to bridge some kind of change that brings about healing. And it's going to be on you, and it's going to happen too. So don't worry about not getting to the places where you're going to be making these decisions for a different path or change. Don't worry, because I can feel like things are so close and people can feel that. And for that reason, there's a lot of worrying going on. So definitely try to not do that. And because one thing about worrying is that it's saying that you don't believe in yourself to be able to fulfill these things in your life. So worrying can be really detrimental for you. And it's different when you're sitting in the hospital and you're waiting for someone and you're worrying. That's, yeah. You're not going to be able to not do that. But doing it on this daily basis over everything, it's time to really step up and rise out of that. Seeing that is just saying that ultimately you don't believe you can get through that. And even if you don't think you can get through this, you need to start using the words and manipulating the energy in knowing you're going to get through that. We just have to kind of coach ourselves up to this new space, because we so know how often things have not gone our way. But this new day is just beyond us. And now it's really on us to just know it's coming. It's coming. This good thing is coming. Build your energy. Do things too that you really love to do. And then when you do them, it kind of puts you in a meditative space, and then it kind of softens the energy around you so that you're not too focused on everything else in the world. So definitely do make space for beautifying, for being creative, for, doing things around the house, putting them in order, whatever helps you to feel calmer inside. And you will see that too, because your body's speaking so loudly. So if you do start to feel upset because of what you're in, if you do make a change and go work on a creative project, you'll instantly feel that body lifts, or that energy lifts from the gut and goes up to the chest and the shoulders. And that's when it's a yes. When it's tingly, when it's like champagne bubbles, that's yes. So really tune into your body over these days. For some reason, it's speaking really strongly to us. And it's mostly because it seems like it's going to help us navigate the changes that are coming during this beginning of next week. Okay, my loves, I'm going to get going, and I will see you. This might be our weekend report, but if it's not, I will see you Monday. But if it is, I'll see you Monday. But if it's not, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I love you. Okay, bye.